So one really interesting glitch in Super Mario 64 is parallel universes. They're very, very complicated to explain, so I'm not gonna. Watch this video instead. But the main gist is that far, far away from every stage is a parallel universe, or PU, and they are invisible, have no objects, and are kinda useless unless you want to get some stars as little A presses as possible. So I'll talk about every place you can go to a PU, but first, you gotta understand the methods. You have to go way, way fast to go to one, so yeah, let's get into it. So there are two ways of heading to them. One, moving platforms. Moving platforms are like stairs, but better for BLJs because the platform is pushing you up, and because it's pushing you up, your long jump gets cancelled, so you can just long jump again. I really suck at explaining. And the other method is hyperspeed walking. Some places like here in Hazy Maze Cave, you can gain a small amount of speed per second without moving. So over 12 hours later of just holding this one angle, you can just go flying once you move directions. So now let's get into all the stages that you can head to parallel universes in. Now, something I should mention is vertical PUs. A vertical PU is as it sounds, just a PU above or below you. But vertical PUs aren't as useful as PUs on the same vertical level as you, as the PUs on the same level as you, well, the same level as the main map, are easier to traverse, and for getting stars and little A presses as possible, and for getting back on the main stage. So I'm not going to talk about them. Outside the castle you can, but I'll talk about it later. First floor of the castle you also can, but I'll talk about that later too, as they both involve glitches and other stages to access them. While on Battlefield you can on these platforms right here. On Whomp's Fortress you could, as there are two moving platforms on this stage, but the platforms have to be up against the wall that has just the void behind it. In these ones, you'll just fly to the other side of the stage, and also they're not up against a wall, so you don't have enough time to build that much speed. And also, this one is presumably going too slow, and even if you could, you would just fly to the other side of the tower. So you can't in Whomp's Fortress. Cool Mountain, the only place you could potentially is right here on this platform, but you don't have enough time to build up speed while it's next to the wall and while it's moving. So you can't. Big Wheel Haunt you can on this platform right here in this room. Something interesting, every time I do it, it'll play the merry-go-round music and the camera won't move at all. But it isn't a soft, like as if you ground pound, the screen will shake, and you can also just exit course.
Hey, editors know, I just realized that I never talked about Jolly Roger Bay. I just didn't. I forgot to. But you cannot in Jolly Roger's Bay, to my knowledge.
Bowser in the Dark World, no, but do you remember these moving platforms right here for later? Lethal Lava Land, you cannot. Shifting Sand Land, you can do whatever the base is to build up speed. An exit course to head to a parallel universe on the main floor, but I'm sure you can just head to a PU doing it and not exit course. But to be honest, I don't really understand what's going on. I'm too lazy to watch the video where Panic 2012 explains it, so. And Hazy Maze Cave is the best place for PUs, so both methods are in the Dory room. The first method is on this moving platform right here. It's pretty simple. This footage actually isn't using tasks or cheat code. This was done by me in real time because this is the easiest PU to enter, and I honestly recommend doing this because it's fun and really easy. And also you can do hyperspeed walking right here for hours to build up speed. Basically how this works is the game wants to push Mario into the ceiling, but it can't, so it tries pushing Mario into the wall, but it can't because Mario's moving. He gains speed, and slowly you'll gain enough speed. But after that you can go flying into a PU, and also just like in Shifting Sand Land, you can pause and exit the course to head to a PU on the first floor. And you can only do this method to enter a PU on the first floor. No matter what stage you exit, you'll always spawn on the first floor, so yeah. In Dire Docks you can't, nor can you in Bowser in the Fire Sea. Wet Dry World you can on this platform here, Talto Mountain you cannot, Snowman's Land you can't, Tiny Huge Island you can't, Rainbow Ride you can't, and Bowser in the Sky almost. So back to what I said earlier about Bowser's moving platforms. The Bowser moving platforms have this middle part right here, and that's where the collision is. But the Bowser in the Sky ones, the collision follows one of the platforms for whatever reason. So in theory, it could be LJ up against this middle part, but you would just fly past the moving platforms. So if there was one up against the void, you might be able to, but yeah, you can't. Now time for the secret stages. Tower, the wing cap, you can't. Peach's secret slide, you can't. Vanish cap under the moat, you can. on these moving platforms. And also using these, you can fly to the bottom of the stage by being pushed down the bottom of this platform exactly when you go flying, which, tasks only. And when you exit the water, your speed is stored, and as soon as you touch the ground, you'll start moving really fast and you can head to a parallel universe. This is actually used in a world record task. And how this works is really complicated, but using it, you can enter this door right here. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Metalcap, you can't. Wing Mario over the rainbow, you can't. You can get into the Secret Aquarium half an A press using PUs, but you cannot head to a PU in the aquarium for obvious reasons. Also, you can't head to one on either other floor of the castle, nor in the courtyard.
I forgot again. So you can go to a vertical parallel universe and TikTok Fallout, but I'm not sure about horizontal. I don't believe you can, but you actually can head to a vertical one. I said I wasn't going to talk about vertical ones,
So yeah, outside the castle, first floor of the castle, Bob-omb Battlefield, Big Boo's Haunt, Hazy Maze Cave, Shifting Sandland, probably Vanish Cap Under the Moat, and Wet Dry Worlds are the only places without modifying the stage layout where you can head to a parallel universe. And I'm sure a lot of you are confused, so this video will explain everything. Timestamps are on screen and in the description. So I may have missed one, as I am only one person with way too much free time, so some experienced taskers may notice I missed one, so if so, please correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't know what else to say, so bye.